Hi, I'm Nero, a trailer reactor and reviewer for FilmBook. My partner, Y-Boy, and I will be watching, reacting to, and reviewing Rampage. Let's watch some stuff.
I rescued George when he was 2 years old. He's not just a friend. He's family. Don't move a muscle.
He's a bad CGI render is what he is.
Don't move!
Oh no! It's Gorilla's freaking it's screwing with me.
At your joke. New guy, he no laugh. He cry. You can get up now.
And check your diaper. Come on. Let's go.
That girl is remarkably human.
No!
George, you okay?
Wow, so they already changed it from the game.
He got Joker gas on him.
It's okay.
Is Amir, is he considerably bigger?
No, he's definitely bigger. I need to find someone.
The Rock just does these movies now because he likes the fun premise of them. Like, he knows he can just get any movie he wants.
Yeah, I think he does. He looks like he has so much fun doing these.
Are you familiar with genetic editing? Changes will be incredibly unpredictable. Strength,
George!
speed, agility.
No!
Crowded cells and chains that can't run.
Where's George? I need to see him.
He is dangerous.
Getting awfully curious.
Man, I really hope the CGI is better in the actual film, because this looks bad.
Yeah, it really looks like DVD grade.
Chapter in natural selection. Project Rampage works.
Wow, Project Rampage.
Science experiments.
Well, we named it Project Rampage. Well, if that doesn't sound like the villainous name for your project, I don't know what is. Okay, that must be Ralph.
Of course, the wolf flies.
Stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Stop me. Please, somebody stop me.
Who's Lizzie?
Stop me. Oh, somebody
There she is.
It's time we throw everything we can at these things and get people the hell out of that city.
Let's go save the world.
Like going on a rampage.
It's a big arm. Don't fight it.
You know there are other ways of dealing with people, right?
I do know that, yeah, but that's no fun. George? You okay? You ready to do this, buddy?
Okay, so here's my thing.
Yeah.
First off, it's a complete departure from the actual video game.
Well,
If I remember the video game, and admittedly it's been a long time, if I remember the video game correctly, it's people who are exposed to, I think, some kind of soda or soft drink,
Yeah.
and it mutates them.
right.
George is supposed to be a brown gorilla, not white, although to be fair, the albino-looking gorilla looks way more badass.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I'd honestly say just throw a tie on him and put, like, The Rock in overalls, and we just have a really good Donkey Kong maybe pitch going on here. Sure, Dwayne Johnson doesn't look remotely like Mario in any way, shape, or form. And it'd probably be on par as, like, the Super Mario Brothers movie in terms of quality.
I was gonna say.
But damn it, it might be enjoyable. I don't like that Izzy. It looks like a crocodile.
Yeah.
I thought Izzy was an iguana. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's sort of an iguana sort of thing. It's sort of that sort of like problem with when you basically bring these video game movies into a reality situation. So you want to make them a little bit cool.
We gotta keep. You don't understand, why boy? We gotta keep this movie about mutant animals that fight each other. In some small box of reality.
It's a very
Otherwise,
small box.
If we don't keep it in some semblance of realism, people might be confused and not be able to get involved. Here's the thing, okay?
Right.
I think this will have the same charm as, like, a giant monster movie.
Yeah, I feel that as well. It's just explosions, Dwayne saying one-liners, and that's it. That's all you're really going to this movie for.
I expect it will be another terrible video game movie in a... You know, I honestly can't think of a video game movie that's really that good. Maybe the first Mortal Kombat is like...
I would say, for me, Prince of Egypt was pretty alright, mostly because it was just very standard and boring.
Is that the one where, like... oh, Jake Gyllenhaal is
Yeah.
the Prince of Egypt.
Yes. Well,
Where
Prince
we
of
hired the most
Persia.
Egyptian actor we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying we couldn't get an Egyptian actor. I'm just saying when your movie's called Prince of Egypt.
Hey, Prince of Persia.
Oh, Prince of... That's even worse. Wait, is Prince of Egypt the DreamWorks movie?
Yes, it is. You keep saying Prince of Egypt.
Oh!
Let me
who
play the
gives a shit?
DreamWorks movie in my PS2.
You could, because the PlayStation 2 is also a DVD player.
Ah, that is true. I remember that.
Backwards compatibility was a beautiful thing. The thing is with this, it looks dumb. It does. But here's the thing. I think the thing about Dwayne's current line of movies, that's kind of the point. It's like throwbacks to old action slog. Like, look, a lot of us love Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. They didn't make epic movies that stand the test of time because they were, like, well-written masterpieces. They were like awesome action schlock.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I'll be damned. I'd rather have something that's just hilariously fun entertainment than tedious and boring.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
I've sat through 3 of the Bay films, I think, of the Transformers. Because I'll level with you. I think 4 is when they added dinosaurs, and I'm pretty sure I stopped at that point.
Yeah.
But I've seen the first 3 Bay films. Only Michael could somehow make films about cars and vehicles that turn into robots and make it boring.
Yeah. At the very least, Rampage doesn't look boring. And to me, like, even though it's not going to be faithful to the video game, at least it's going to know, like, what it wants to be. It wants to be a destruction flick, monsters fighting each other, and Dwayne saying funny one-liners.
I do like the fact that it's like Dwayne is clearly, again, he never really delivers. He never really gets lazy with his performances. It's just that sometimes he'll run into roles he can't. He just can't carry because of his aura, his personality as an actor. Like when he tries to play a bad guy, straight bad.
Yeah, he can't do that because he sort of comes off with that tone of the overly optimistic sort of nice guy sort of trope.
Yeah, it's the same thing where it's like with John Cena, where John Cena does good guy very, very well. Play to that strength of his, keep to the good guy angle. With this, I like the bit with him and George and him talking with him with sign language. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sort of reminded me of that movie Congo, with like the scientist in there talking to Amy the gorilla and all that.
Yeah, the movie where Bruce Campbell's in it for like 5 minutes and dies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the worst thing you could do. Waste a perfectly good Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, at least you get. At least you can make good use out of his meat.
That's a spirit. I think overall, this looks like. Okay, I'm gonna explain it like this. When I went to the theaters, I saw a trailer for a movie called Hurricane Heist. The premise is it's a heist movie. So, group of people get together, group of thieves trying to go steal something.
Like a hurricane.
No. They're going to rob like a big semi-truck, but they use a hurricane to like pull the truck open and suck all the money out. And I get it. That sounds dumb. But, hear me out.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like the right kind of dumb? Yeah. Doesn't it sound like, wow, that actually sounds like a genuinely creative action movie? Because most action movies feel like it's the same movie.
It does make me ask, how do you utilize a hurricane to basically specifically take from one truck?
From what I've seen in the trailer, it looks like they basically are hurricane chasers, and then they work up a heist to coincide as the hurricane is going to happen. So they try and like get the trucks like on central points, like empty streets or empty freeways, and then when the hurricanes hit, that's when they hit the trucks to steal the goods.
I see.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna blow smoke up your skirt and tell you like, oh, it doesn't sound crazy. It sounds unbelievably ridiculous. But I think, especially because in that same theater, I saw another trailer for a Bruce Willis movie, and there's a guy, he has a family, wife gets shot during a home invasion, daughter gets kidnapped, and I'm like, okay, so it's taken.
Again.
It's taken. It doesn't really matter. It's like any other Bruce Willis movie. This looks boring and generic and uninteresting. And then I see something like Hurricane Heist where I'm like, that looks dumb, but it looks creative. And I think that's at this point, let's do that. Let's be creative and fun. Let's make even movies we know that, you know, I've gotten to a point where it's like, okay, prime example. We saw Peter Rabbit, right?
Yeah.
You know how after Paddington Bear, you and I have said, like, you know, in a post-Paddington Bear world, these kid movies with talking animals should do more effort like Paddington?
Right. Or at least just understand where they are in sort of the grand scheme of things, what they actually want to say with each one of them. Whether they just want to be, like, silly fun, or they actually want to say something.
And I think the thing with something like Peter Rabbit is, the people who worked on Peter Rabbit, it feels like they came in and were like, okay, so we're not going to get an Oscar for special effects or writing or anything, so we're not even going to really exude the effort to put this together. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, is like you see so many of these movies where it's like, it feels like the movie industry has gotten to a zenith where it's like, oh, well, if we can't be recognized and be rewarded and given like a pat on our back for making this stuff, then we don't have to give 110% effort or creativity. Who cares? And that's the thing, is like something where it's like Jumanji, like the new one that just came out and I saw it. It was actually surprisingly good. The writing was genuinely really good. And that's surprising, where it's like, oh, somebody came in here and really figured, yeah, it's a Jumanji movie. It's a sequel to a movie that was at best a cult following, but I'm still going to give it my all when we work on the writing for this. And even something like with Rampage, where they could just dial it in, they could be lazy, and hopefully, because, you know, trailers could be totally BS. We've seen that happen time and time again.
All the time.
So I'm hoping with Rampage, you could come in and be like, okay, well, look, we know this movie's not going to be probably nominated for anything.
It's a high art, but we're going to do what we are set here to do. We're going to make a fun movie. We're going to have fun explosions, fun monsters beating the crap out of each other, and that's what we're going to do best.
That's the thing where, like, if you ever see Kong Skull Island versus Godzilla 2014, Godzilla 2014 to me was horrible. It's very slow. It's 2 hours and some change, so I think 2 hours 30 maybe.
Yeah.
And it's got 12 minutes of Godzilla out of like 2 hours. No. I pay for a Godzilla movie to see Godzilla.
Right.
And I know people would be like, but Godzilla wasn't really in his other movies. Don't care. Those movies also weren't like 2 hours long. 2 hours long. You know, I understand that movies, we've evolved, so time is like a lot longer when we do movies. That means you have to put how much of the creatures are in there. Mm-hmm. With something like Kong Skull Island, man, there's so much monster stuff in there, it felt like a big old apology. Same thing with Pacific Rim. Nobody went into Pacific Rim expecting, man, this is going to change my life. It's going to have like social political commentary and all sorts of... No, man.
Robot fights with giant fucking monsters.
We want to see robots beat up giant monsters. All I want out of Rampage, I want monsters beating up monsters, and I want Dwayne Johnson to be charming. That's it. I'll settle for that. Especially because I think we've all gotten to this point with video game movies where we're like, you know what? You're never really going to be good.
Okay.
We accept that.
Okay, let's draw the line before that. We don't want to say, like, let's not go for quality. I still think Rampage could be a quality film. Like, it could, like, go off what the original game was. Let's say, like, Rampage was just a stupid game where you just destroyed buildings and such, and that's what this movie can be. So it could be the first, in a sense, good video game movie if it can really just basically take that core concept to basically make it a fun action movie like that.
So you mean, like, as opposed to, say, Street Fighter that botched it, or the Mario Brothers movie that...
Yeah.
I guess technically botched it. You're saying, like, just get the core of it, of what matters, where it's like, monsters destroy crap, and it's funny.
Yeah, and just basically base a narrative around that, of just destroying crap. And that's all you need to do.
Honestly, if we could exist where Clue, a movie based on a board game, is genuinely a interesting murder mystery comedy, why can't we have a good Rampage movie that's just a wacky giant monster flick?
Yeah.
I'll take that, because like 2014 Godzilla felt like it took itself a bit too seriously, where it's like, okay,
yeah,
it's called Godzilla, I don't know how serious we're gonna really take this.
Yeah, so let's just get back to the fun. and just have a fun monster old time with Rampage.
I am a little concerned that this is going to open the floodgate to like every studio is going to be like, we should have giant monster movies too. So I'm a little bit nervous. It's like, oh, I wonder where this is going to lead.
Well, we'll see. We'll see that. It'll just depend on how well Rampage actually does.
Thank you for watching and listening to our reactions. Be sure to comment below and let us know if you're looking forward or dreading this movie. Now, if you want to see more Y-Boy and my thoughts on movies, please visit us at toongrin.com. We review all sorts of films. Links are on the screen and in the description below. If you would like to support FilmBook and future reaction videos, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications. If you want to support us, then check the description for links to our Patreon. And until the next trailer, thank you, and we'll see you then. Peace.